Alright, well, let's try this again. Get random command. So, what we're doing today is we're getting something random, and we're going to try to figure it out. If it's too weird, too weird like this one, Invoke-Gherkin, I kind of want to bail on it, but let's dive into it. Okay, Invoke-Gherkin, get help, invoke. That's actually part of Pester. It's like an alternate testing framework. I would say it's very similar. It's like a more behavior-driven development than the Pester test you're used to. But if we scroll up just a little bit here, maybe. Oh, hold on. Yeah, the scrolling in here is really something awful. Like, what in the hell? Oh, there we go. User error on that one. Okay. This gets complicated really fast. So I'm not going to go into the details, but let's just show it in action here. cd ps graph Invoke-Gherkin. Oh god, I haven't ran this in so long, I'm scared too. Fingers crossed. It kind of worked, kind of didn't. What we'll notice is, very similar to Pester, it's running a series of tests. And apparently I've been slacking on it because my Gherkin has failed on this module. But we can see, just like with Pester, that it shows, it has an idea of like scenarios and steps. So if you think of scenarios as your describe your should blocks, you can do more with that. Let's see if I can page up a bit here. So you tend to use more like sentences and a syntax that's when you're looking at it might be easier to read for the general person, right? So while this is the output and has scenarios, let's look at the raw files real quick. So if I do, let me cd into my spec folder, and you'll see here I have a series of features and steps. So like the feature, yeah, I got a feature, like these features are like this feature specifications. And then the step files are the ones that are actually having the code behind those features, okay? So if we open one of these up, code, let's do a get content on a, let's do edge. Wait, somebody's got a feature and an edge we can look at? Graph. Yeah. Okay, content, graph, feature. We see this syntax where we say, like this is the contents of the feature. We literally say, we start with the feature overview. Like this is what this feature does. I have some background steps. Like this sets the context saying that this stuff is all in place. And then I have this scenario where I have unit tests effectively. If you truly are a user of Cucumber or behavior-driven development, I'm sure you're probably cringing at my use of some of these features. But what it boils down to is I have effectively a test here and a test here that I want ran. And then I kind of have like some pre-test, like a before all here. The stuff up on this part here is pure decoration. So let's take a peek at the step file for that now. Get content, graph, steps. Now before I do that, take a note at the syntax here. I also have a given, and those are special keywords. Same with this then, and. So when I actually get into it, you'll notice that I'll have a syntax for one, and I'll start having strings for these others, okay? So just see this pattern here, where I first have a command, and then we'll have like strings here in the middle. Alright, so let's go to our step file now. Ooh, he's a little bit larger, but you'll see here, actually let me put this guy in VS Code instead. Get content, code. Alright. So here's where I say then. Oh, did that wrong that time. Sorry about that. If we do a then, this is a function right here. And then here's that string that I was talking about. Then graph unit tests will all pass. I'm definitely mixing the pester commands in with my Gherkin commands, and it works. Oddly, it just works that way. So what else I got going on here? That's the graph. And then you'll see this again. This is that same sentence before that says here's another one of those. Then graph feature tests will all pass. Anything else cool in here? Nope, not this one. So that's kind of Invoke-Gherkin in a nutshell. Like, that's a very fast crash course. But that's how it works. And I think that's a perfect spot here. Let's get back to my other get random command. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to save this. So let's do cd. Alright, let's do that. Save, history, path, invoke, Gherkin. Did I spell that right? I think I did. Description, quick overview, view and examples of how to use Invoke-Gherkin. Oh, I did that wrong. Move item, Invoke-Gherkin to Invoke-Markdown. Code, Invoke-Gherkin. Did that work out? Yeah. Perfect. All right. We'll just stop this one right here, and I'll move on to the next command.